Officials in Qatar on Tuesday said they were cautiously optimistic about talks with Israel's intelligence chief in Doha. These talks began early this week when Israel sent a delegation to discuss Hamas's latest ceasefire proposal. Now, while the Qataris expressed optimism, they still said it was too soon to say that a deal would soon be reached. They also said it was too soon to celebrate any successes. This comes while Israel is expecting to send a team to the United States to discuss its impending offensive into Rafah. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has defied international pressure, saying he is going to go into Rafah, where about 1.5 million people are sheltering. This is in the south of Gaza. Still, he said he was sending a team to the United States out of respect for them and to hear what they had to say. Let's listen to what Netanyahu had to say.
We have an argument with the Americans about the need to enter Rafah, not about the need to eliminate Hamas, the need to enter Rafah. We see no way to eliminate Hamas militarily without destroying these remaining battalions. We are determined to do it.
Netanyahu says that there are still about 4 Hamas groups operating in Rafah, and that if they stop the war now, before Israel has achieved all of its war aims, which includes eradicating Hamas, that Israel will lose the war. Also on Tuesday, the United Nations top human rights chief Volker Turk said that Israeli restrictions on aid could amount to Israel using starvation as a weapon of war, which is a war crime. This comes a day after the United Nations and aid groups released an alarming report saying that famine was imminent in northern Gaza, and that by July there could be more than 1 million people facing catastrophic levels of hunger. Aid groups have been warning for months that it is getting harder and harder to get assistance into Gaza and getting harder to get it to the people who need it. Countries are trying everything they can to get aid in. For this first time, shipment of aid came by sea. There's another shipment that is supposed to come by sea, but it has been held up due to bad weather. I've spoken to people in Gaza. They say that it is incredibly hard to get food, that the food that they find is double in price. It's hard to get money. The bank machines don't work, or they don't have money in them. They say sometimes that when there are airdrops coming, they land on buildings that they don't have access to. Israel said that it is doing what it can to allow more aid to come into Gaza, but at the same time, it is still pushing ahead with offensives inside. On this was the second day in a row. On Tuesday, it raided the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. They said that Hamas militants were using it as a base. Israel said it killed about 50 Hamas fighters, including a top commander. Sam Mednick with the Associated Press for CGTN in Jerusalem.